Hey, what's happening, guys? My name is Nagpal for iGyaan, and today I'm going to be unboxing and taking a look at the new Samsung Galaxy A3. Now, the A3 is a smaller version of the A5, which was priced at 25,000 rupees. The A3 is priced at 20,000 rupees, and even though it offers quite a little difference in terms of price, it offers quite a lot of difference in terms of the specifications. So let's quickly go ahead and unbox it, and we'll tell you why this device seems less likely an option for somebody willing to spend around the 25,000 rupee price bracket, and definitely picking the A5 over the A3. So first things first, inside the box is the Samsung Galaxy A3. You have the same pearl white color that we saw on the A5, so that's good. It's a great color. It looks fantastic on the device as well. Also inside the box is the USB charger, the USB cable, and documentation along with the standard in-ear phones and additional ear tips. You also get a SIM removal tool. We're going to quickly start the device and see what it looks like or what it performs like. But before we get into that, let's take a quick look at the device itself. So over at the front you have a 5 megapixel camera, which does have all the same features as the A5, including the gesture palm shot, etc., which will come in handy for a lot of people. You also have a bunch of sensors and the earpiece on the top next to the camera, and below that you have a 4.5-inch Super AMOLED display, which with a terrible resolution of 540 by 960 pixels, giving you a total of 245 pixel per inch pixel density. Truly disappointing for a 20,500 price. You can truly get a lot more for that price. However, let's go further. On the bottom are a bunch of touch capacitive buttons along with the main button, which is going to be your home button for the Samsung devices. On the bottom of the device is the main microphone, the micro USB charging, data syncing port, and the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right, just like the A5, you have two slots for SIM cards, and the second slot can be used for the micro SD card if you don't have a second SIM card. Also on the right is the main power button. On the top you have a noise cancellation microphone, and you can see this device is not a LTE 4G device like the A5. In fact, this is just a 3G device. On the left are the volume rockers, and on the back is a smaller 8 megapixel camera along with LED flash and a speakerphone. You can see the Samsung and the Duos logos on the back of the device. The sides, just like the A5, are all metal, and you have chamfered edges which make the device look really premium and really high-end. And if you look at both these devices, they are really reminiscent of iPhone styling. And I know a lot of people don't like me saying that, but they seem to be really along the lines of past gen iPhones, most like iPhone 5S sort of design on this. The A3 is also fairly slim, just like the elder brother, where this device comes in only at 6.9mm. It is slightly thicker than the A5, which comes in at 6.7mm. But we are not complaining with the thickness on this either. You have a Qualcomm MSM 8916 Snapdragon 410 processor, the same processor that we saw on the A5. You have quad cores at 1.2 GHz, and you have the Adreno 306 GPU. On the inside you have 16 GB of storage and 1.5 GB of RAM, which is also lower than the 2 GB we saw on the A5. The battery is a 1900 mAh battery, which is again less compared to the 2300 that we saw on the A5. Now when you turn on the device, you'll also see quite a lot of difference in terms of the operating system. For example, you don't have the Flipboard application on the left, so you don't get your news feeds, etc. Preloaded, which means that this is a lower version of TouchWiz. However, this is running Android KitKat out of the box. TouchWiz is really simplified on this, and you will not get a lot of features that you would get on the A5, hence making the A5 a immediate better option to get versus this device. If you're looking for a smaller form factor, the A3 definitely fits in to the pocket better. You get good sort of feedback from the device, and response times seem to be as good or as bad as the A5. So just like the A5, the Galaxy A3 comes without any bloatware. In fact, Samsung has kept the usage of their own applications to a minimum. All you get is an S Planner. You do get a Galaxy Apps Store application, which allows you to download Samsung applications if that's something that you'd like to do. There is also a Samsung folder which only houses the calculator and the radio, and also has a quick look to look at the files, which is an application to look at your files. For what it's worth, the UI is fast and responsive, but for a price of 20,500 rupees, you do get a lot of options, including the MI4, which was announced in India for roughly that price. And granted, you don't get expandable storage, but you do get much higher processors, as well as a better display, a better camera, and basically a better UI. Now, we found the device to be pretty responsive, and loading up websites on the browser is pretty fast. But the kind of experience that we got showed us some lag, and that's possibly because of the less availability of RAM on this device versus that on the A5. Although Samsung has tried to improve the usage of RAM by reducing the usage of TouchWiz, therefore giving you a lighter version of TouchWiz on this device. However, we do see and feel the lack of RAM while using this device on this particular version of TouchWiz as well. Now, this device does have a lot of flaws, including the small resolution or the low resolution display, including the lesser 8 megapixel camera, and the fact that it's only running a Snapdragon 410, because nowadays you can easily get an 800 Snapdragon processor on devices worth 20,000 rupees. So that leaves you with something to really think about in terms of what Samsung is doing with their devices. They are extremely highly priced. Even though the build quality is nice and the overall look of the device is nice, we feel that this device is highly overpriced. And if one was to consider the Samsung Galaxy A5, that still seems like a much better option than the A3. We did try to play back some video on the device, and we found that the speakerphone volume initially seems a little bit low, and we'll be testing it thoroughly in our upcoming videos. Like with the A5, if you have any questions or queries, do drop them in the comment section below or on our website www.iGyaan.in. You can also catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaanTV. For iGyaan Networks, this has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching.